So growing up, I've always had a love for learning, so pursuing tertiary education was a no-brainer for me. Additionally, when I was 15, I decided that I would become a doctor, and since then I would like to say that I almost dedicated my entire high school career to ensure that I fulfilled that dream. Considering the fact that my mom was a nurse and witnessing her go to work every day, it was not far-fetched that I ended up in the medical field. So I made an effort in grade 12 alongside two of my friends. We spent a weekend job shadowing at Katutua State Hospital. And although many of the doctors, they discouraged me from pursuing the medical field due to its demanding nature, that didn't sway me. In fact, it made me want to pursue medicine even more. My favorite part about medicine is the patients. I care so deeply about each individual patient, and forming a personal connection with them and seeing them here in front of my eyes, it's truly priceless.
Now, how have you adjusted to the more independent learning style required in tertiary education?
To be frank, initially it was a tough adjustment. Coming from being the top of your class, or in my case, I even ranked nationally in my year, to this environment where everyone is brilliant, it can be humbling. I felt overwhelmed trying to stay a high achiever, not realizing that my learning style had to change because teaching style in university is much different than it is in high school. For example, in high school, not only is your teacher there to hold you accountable, but the learning pace is much slower. And whereas in university, no one is there running after you. After all, the assumption is that you're an adult. So in my case, studying medicine, I must say the pace at which we learn is beyond demanding. Juggling going to school, the hospital, studying assignments, and still trying to maintain a social life, it truly can become a lot. But with time, I don't think it got easier. I must just say I learned how to become a better student. I'm not where I want to be yet.
And are there any specific skills or knowledge areas from school that may have helped you in your tertiary studies?
Right. My strong foundation in biology and chemistry from high school were valuable for the first few months, I would say. However, it went deeper than academics. I would say the resilience that I developed in high school helped me the most in university. There are moments where things just wouldn't go your way in high school, and those tough moments are what really helped me make it this far. University is really tough, and you definitely need thick skin.
And what has been your biggest academic challenge so far, and how would you say you have overcome it?
My biggest challenge was just adjusting to the sheer volume of information in medical school. I struggled to keep up because I was using the same study methods that I relied on in high school. I overcame this by seeking advice from my senior students and adapting my approach. I started prioritizing understanding over memorization, using flashcards and using past paper. My friends have also played an enormous role in medical school. I cannot count the amount of times where moments before a big test, they share something with me and that exact thing will come in the exam. So due to the volume of medical school, you don't always get the chance to go through everything. So it's in moments like that where you really appreciate your friends. So really make sure that you make good friends. It can make or break your university experience.
Right. Now, speaking of friends, how has your time in tertiary education impacted your personal growth or just your perspective on life?
Okay, so I've become more patient with myself, with others, and essentially the world. Being in university requires, you to trust within yourself. And what I developed is deep-rooted self-confidence. And what that means, or what it means to me, is believing in myself and doing what I want, trusting my choices, my decision-making, in the sense that I'll do what I want, because whatever consequence that comes from my decisions, I'll have to deal with it, because it was my choice at the end of the day, and I have to own it. And I would say it comes with growing up and maturing. In high school, I was a teenager, and in university, I'm an adult.
And what advice would you give to someone who is about to transition from school to tertiary education?
I would say you should be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, be resilient, but most importantly, enjoy it. The transition can be challenging, but it's okay to struggle at first. It's okay if you do not get into the course that you want initially. Try again next year. Don't look around. There are plenty of career choices to choose from. You won't really know what's truly for you until you go looking for it. Most importantly, remember who you are, remember where you come from, and lastly, remember why you're pursuing this path in the first place, and let that passion motivate you.
Now, lastly, Nameya, what are some skills or experiences you hope to gain during your time in tertiary education that will help you in your future career?
Right now, I'm working on managing my stress levels and being able to juggle all that comes with life. I'm still in the process of fully grasping what my career entails and what it means to be a doctor. So I'm taking each day as it comes.